Your chapter of American Renewal emphasizes the enormous challenges facing America today, but it also states that there are real reasons for hope. What are some of those reasons?
Yeah, I'm actually optimistic. Again, it can't get worse. So there's that, politically. But actually technology, I'm pretty enamored with it. I think you'll have consensus in Congress on China policy, AI, technology policy. So that does happen. People do talk to each other in Congress. Things do get done. But I think this technology is is going to do a lot for us as a country. I think we're learning so much more through economics, how to better fight poverty. I think we're getting to a point where our debt is getting so big and so out of control that it's going to force us to do something. And when we fix it, it's going to be very good for us. So I think what happens, and same with the immigration system, we've been trying to reform it since like 1996. So I think what happens in our country is things are so intractable, and then they break and then they get fixed. And I think we're kind of moving to that moment where we're getting to these intractable problems, but they're getting so close and so serious that they will force us to solve these problems. Maybe a couple commissions are going to be needed to do it, but I think we're going to do it. We've done it before. I think we have the stuff to do it. And I think people, just as this is my experience as a Wisconsinite, I think people, and I spend a lot of time traveling the country still, they're yearning for fixing things. They're yearning for, putting the swords down and getting stuff done. And I do think the politician that starts tapping that, sort of a I'm a Republican, a Ronald Reagan type, I think there's a future for that political brand. And I do believe we can fix these problems. And the other point I'd say is, we have all the stuff we need. We have, our continent, our resources, our strength, our freedoms, all of these things. We have what we need to do to regenerate our country right here in our country, in our continent. So I'm actually pretty bullish about it if we get our politics right. So I think we will. Again, it goes back to Churchill. The Americans can be counted upon to do the right thing, here's the other, they can count upon to do the right thing after they've exhausted all the other opportunities. But democracy is being tested. And here's the point I'm trying to make. Democracy is being tested from within and from without. You know what's going on with Russia. We know what's going on with China. That we understand, and I think we can get bipartisan consensus on how to deal with that. It's the internal stuff. It's the tearing us apart. It's the polarization. We get that figured out, and we get this done. There's nothing stopping us. And I think we will. I'm actually just an optimistic person because all of our country's problems, the solutions are within, they're not external, they're within our own power to solve these problems. And because of that, I think we'll get it right, and I think we'll have a good century. So I'm actually pretty optimistic.